application fee. That's $100 you'll be saving right off the bat, in addition to the thousands you can save every year. Call them now. Here's the number, 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE. Medi-Share is a community of Christians who've shared more than $9 billion in medical bills. It has worked beautifully for decades. And with so many people re-examining their options right now, seeing premiums going up and up, this is a great time to take advantage of this offer. Just tell them the promo code SHARE and save $100 before October 31st. Call 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE. 877.
News this hour is brought to you by the Rusty Healy Agency in Madison. Call Landon Thompson at 601-856-3681 to request a quote or learn more.
Why the FBI is helping in the Mississippi shootings. Sunny and 86 this afternoon, clear and 57 tonight. Sunny and 86 again Tuesday. Temperatures go up gradually for the rest of the week, and no rain for the next few days. With news on 103.9 WYAB, I'm Chris Davis.
This is not a time to keep your mouth closed. It's a time you open your mouth. You can save a lot of lives if you open your mouth and tell us what you have seen.
Leland Mayor John Lee from a press conference this weekend. 6 people died in that Delta city, the site of the shooting of 16 people in total, and so far no arrests. People were also shot over football games in Heidelberg, at Jackson State's homecoming, and at Alcorn. The FBI Jackson field office is now actively looking for suspects. In Rolling Fork, the sheriff there says 2 people have been arrested in the shooting at the South Delta High School football game from Friday. The cause of the fire that burned 4 vehicles at Veterans Memorial Stadium Saturday while JSU's homecoming was going on was likely accidental, originating with an SUV and spreading to the other cars, say Jackson fire authorities. Meanwhile, the fire at an abandoned nursing home on May Street was likely set by someone, says the Jackson Fire Department. They have not publicly discussed what the motive may be. Thanks to a previous fire, part of the roof was already gone, and the building burned on down Sunday morning about 11. A fishing trip Saturday evening at a pond near Kosciuszko ended early when a person called 911 and reported being bitten by a cottonmouth and needing help to get out of the fishing spot. Atala County deputies and an ambulance crew went out to assist them. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WYAB. I'm Chris Davis.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are the individual views and opinions of the people expressing them and do not necessarily reflect those of this radio station, its parent, affiliated, or related entities, agents, or employees.
Welcome to the Chip Matthews Show, where politics meets the South. So grab your sweet tea, find a comfortable spot to sit back, and let's embark on this journey together. Chip away, chip away.
And good. Columbus Day morning here on the program. What microphone are you on there?
I asked you. I'm loud and clear now.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah.
It's just the insanity of what goes on around here. Sabotage of the greatest morning show in all of America.
Yeah.
Founded by Columbus.
Yes.
Because he found America.
Mm-hmm.
Right here on this program. This is the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie. Heard on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, and soon Rumble. We're on Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
We're just not live on Rumble. We will fix that by week's end.
Yeah.
And good morning to Johnny Martin, and good morning to Sparta, Mississippi. I wonder who that is.
Sparta.
Okay, that's on YouTube. Jeff Thomas, good morning. Cross Training Ministries, good morning. Rod Scott. Mitch Tyner, good morning. Russell McGuffey, good morning. Beth O'Kane, Ladner, good morning. Jolynn Michael, good morning. She was actually first today, y'all. So we have to give her a bozo button. So, our little gold star, gold star.
Bozo button.
Mm. You
Who ever
don't,
heard of such?
bozo.
Bozo?
You never heard of a bozo button?
No,
You're scared of clowns, right?
I don't like clowns. I don't like a carload of clowns either.
Okay. Well, then don't go to Washington anytime soon.
Uh,
Well, anyway, it's 6:08 in the morning on a Columbus Day. Remember, the fair happens today.
Today's our big day.
It's their last day.
Mm-hmm.
But and it seems like since I think it was COVID or somewhere in there, we started having the Monday every year. It didn't used to always be, but now it is. And
Mm-hmm.
the Columbus Day celebration,
Yeah.
which I've got the real story
Okay.
on what went on with on how Columbus
Mm-hmm.
wound up over here. You've had all these people wanting to get rid of history and get rid of Columbus Day, saying, that wasn't right,
Right.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I've got the
All
real
right.
story.
Well, let's hear it.
It's not time for the real story.
Okay.
It's not right.
It's not the time, right? Not the time is not just right for the real story just yet. Okay.
No, I'm still creating it.
This ought to be interesting.
Yes, it will be. Yes, it will be. And so we'll save that for after our first break. And then, of course, we got to talk about the tragedy, which is known as Mississippi, which is mostly in the Benny Thompson district, although one shooting was in Heidelberg.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all, for God's sakes, would you please quit shooting each other? It's like, it's insane. You had the school shootings on Friday night at all the high schools. Then you
Yeah.
had retaliation shootings on Saturday morning at Leland
Mm.
after the fact.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Then you had the shootings at Alcorn State.
Mm-hmm.
You had the shootings at Jackson State, which mostly, and the 12-year-old that got struck. Now, I heard, on news, they said a person was struck in a guy with a 12-year-old child was struck in the stomach.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a person in the ER who also told me that someone was another 12-year-old was shot in the shoulder.
Oh my.
So, good morning, Lloyd Travis.
Then there was that huge fight at the M Bar.
At the M Bar?
You called that
I
one.
called that one. The M Bar. I mean, you cannot, and then there were people that are also saying that at the Veterans Memorial Stadium, there wasn't enough police presence. You go to a football game, sometimes people get tied up going to the football game.
Mm-hmm.
You go, police is on football patrol, so let's all go to the stadium. I don't know what the case is, but if the game starts, you move on up to the stadium
Mm-hmm.
and stuff can happen.
And then all those car fires.
The car fires. Now, let me ask, I want to go back and look at the tapes. I've got like 7 versions of it already that I found on Facebook. But when people go to football games and they are allowed to park any which way they want, how do you get a fire truck in there to get them out? I mean,
I saw that
and
too.
you saw the traffic, and you saw when the person got shot, they were going, how are we going to get to the hospital across the street?
Right.
They said by the time an ambulance came across, it was going to be too late. So they put them in a police car and got them across.
Mm.
But I was looking at the traffic and I was going, God,
Mm-hmm.
And so when you look at that with an event like that, and I think of what goes on, I think of Oxford. I go to the games in Oxford. In Oxford, we pay for our parking in different lots.
Correct.
Various prices.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to stay in the lot. You got to be parked in the lot. And anything else will be, they park on the side of the road, up and down the street, just wherever they can pull over to get in. They've got to tighten that up. And I know that sounds like that ain't the way y'all did it. Well, that's the way we do it at big events. And at big events, you must have safe parking.
Mm-hmm.
You must have great parking. And a lot of that, just if it was a night game, they were trying to, Tyrone put out a thing saying, please, we're going to have to clear the parking lots. Because after the game, because normally what has gone on is the tailgating aspect and the grills and all that. And I still They haven't said how the fire got started, but everybody that has a grill goes out there and starts to cook. And then, of course, everybody's trying to sell what they got. If your tailgate will give
No
you,
way.
it's not the same as like at the other football games. It's because, grills are banned in the Grove.
Yeah.
You can't have one.
Mm-mm.
And I remember I was probably one of the last ones to carry a grill into the Grove when they were legal. And you could park in the Grove. You park your car in the Grove.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that.
Mm-mm.
And so there's all these things to make sure you park in designated parking spaces in the correct space. And that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have
Law and order.
law and order.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it sucks to say that that's a thing that we got to do. But when you have emergency situations, and then you have situations where people can drive by and shoot you, and then they're all still, and they can't get away. If they can't get away, they're going to keep emptying their guns.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't catch them because you can't get out. Your police car may be 10 rows deep in cars and can't get out.
Right.
They're going to have to revisit
Mm-hmm.
the safety issue, Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Because it doesn't look like the shooting's ever going to stop.
Shootings aren't going to, no, they're not going to stop.
Mm-mm.
And we had the guy call in last week and he just said, it's not, I said, these were all black on black crimes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are black on black. And I mean, there's nothing we can do. And the retaliation shootings and then I saw where Andy Gibson came out and condemned them and said, if you do commit a mass shooting, we should put you to death.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we all kind of agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
But when that person turns out to be 15 or 14, they'll all go, he's got a lot of life to live. Yeah, he's got a lot. With more lives to live, he's going to shoot some more people.
Yeah.
I mean, and I understand that. But, I mean, that's going to be an issue that comes up in all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the high school games, it's going to probably be kids.
Yeah.
And at the college game, in Jackson, most people that have been out shooting are kids
Mm-hmm.
in stolen cars. And so, geez,
Yeah.
I don't know what you do to curb it other than to make Jackson or make the whole state of Mississippi feel just like you do when you cross over into Rankin County and go, we better park straight. We better not go 2-3 miles over the speed limit,
Mm-hmm.
blah, blah. It's called forcing the law in your jurisdictions. I mean, when you enforce the law in advance, you don't have to put a Band-Aid on the problem every time.
That's right.
Well, unfortunately, we put in a Band-Aid and a coffin on the problem.
Yeah.
And the only way to get away from that is to become that strict.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's going to say, that's just wrong. But you tell me how to stop it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, all of this is missing a lot of news. It was getting some news. Clay's been pushing it on his social media, and we've been keeping up with it. But damn Trump has done upstaged all the news in Mississippi
Yeah.
by going over to the Middle East and stopping them from fighting.
Yeah.
So I got a plan.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Trump needs to come to Mississippi and stop all this killing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the FBI right there in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to look at a story that I heard last night, but I hadn't heard more on it, about some officers that were shot in Memphis
Okay.
while they were up there. And I want to say two died, but I got to check on that. But y'all, it's tough out there. And you got to be safe. You got to be careful. Some people like say, I can get around Jackson all day. I don't know why you say that it's not safe. Let me tell you, you're going to get around till you don't get around.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the facts. Yeah, Trump for Mississippi in Trump to Mississippi. Yes, Beth Ladner. Because he could come here and explain to everybody that this is what we're going to do. Now, tomorrow we have
Brent Bailey.
The former public service commissioner. And I have gathered knowledge with a friend of mine. And I got to get all that information to him to help me decipher to make sure we've got this right.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe we figured out the Lake Caroline portion and the Canton portion, well, all of it, how the bills worked and how what happened and what didn't happen and what has happened that's got to be corrected.
Right.
And meanwhile, I saw where in the Concerned Citizens, they're filing a lawsuit.
Yep.
I told y'all that was coming.
They mapped it out quite well.
They're filing a lawsuit against CMU in Canton, and that was expected. I mean, when you don't have leadership in a town that can get you to where you need to go, and when something bad happens, I mean, it's one thing something bad can happen and it's an accident, but when everybody's asking you to fix it and nobody has the answer to fix it, meanwhile, people on the board are asking when they're going to get one more person on the board. Meanwhile, and I mean, this was, somebody talked to a board member yesterday and said, I don't know why they haven't put us another member on the board. But the board member that I want has the answers. The other ones can't fly the plane.
That's right.
So we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We'll get a short story on Columbus Day.
Okay.
Because as a kid, that was a big thing. And then during the Obamas and all of that, we got rid of Columbus. They were tearing down Columbus statues, everything. It was just wrong. Well, I remember my childhood when you celebrated Columbus Day. So
we're going to celebrate Columbus Day today.
And I'm going to see how much of the original story I can remember as it was. And then also decipher what really was happening in the background at the same time. We'll have that story next, right here on WYAB. What really was happening in the background at the same time. We'll have that story.
1039 WYAB.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris at Fannin Mart on the Riz is quickly becoming Rankin County's go-to spot for pizza, burgers, pasta, appetizers, daiquiris, and more. Try their famous Wheel of Flavor pizza. You can add up to 3 different specialty pizzas onto one pie, such as the Margarita, Sergeant Pepperoni, Acme Beat Buster, Pig, Pesto Chicken, the Old Mexico, the Supreme, or hey, just build your own custom pizza. Acme also has a full bar with 9 different frozen daiquiris to choose from. Open daily at 4 p.m. Acme Pizza and Daiquiris.
Knock your healthcare needs out of the park with City Center Drugs. Hi, this is Mary Beth Hardy, owner of City Center Drugs, located at the District at Eastover in Jackson. City Center Drugs is your home run destination for prescriptions, over-the-counter medications, vaccines, and even unique gifts with custom gift wrapping. Whether you're aiming to maintain a healthy lifestyle or looking to score the perfect gift, City Center Drugs has got you covered. Swing by today and experience the winning team at City Center Drugs. Visit us online at citycenterdrugs.com and go Braves.
Roeder's Plumbing and Pearl, your familiar plumber with these similar names. Locally owned and operated by Chris Roeder. Roeder's Plumbing is no franchise, simply lower prices and better service without the dreaded overpriced upsell. Roeder's is one of the few places you'll find that actually specialize in tankless water heater repair, as well as being your full-service plumber. And most importantly, service after the sale, meaning the techs actually answer your call, with misses averaging callbacks of 10 minutes or less. Roeder's Plumbing at ROEDERSplumbing.com.
I'm speaking with Lee Bounds of Rapid Rate Mortgage. How does real estate agent Rita Jensen succeed when time is of the essence?
In today's market, it is so important to communicate and close on time. Typically have 30 days to close, get a home inspection, appraisal, title work, that kind of thing is a mortgage process. And a realtor relationship is so important. With a realtor like Rita Jensen with Remax Connection, she helps us to close on time.
RitaJensen.net.
Dr. Mike Stonington here from Stonington Farm Grass-Fed Beef. Here in South Mississippi on Stonington Farm, our steers are grass-fed and grass-finished. No grain, no hormones, no antibiotics, no mRNA vaccines. Our grass-fed and grass-finished beef is straight from our farm to your table. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and at StoningtonFarm.com. That's StoningtonFarm.com with 2 N's. And we deliver every 4 weeks to the Jackson area. We are the grass-fed difference.
Are you ready to invest in your future? Then invest in land. This is Tom Smith from Tom Smith Land and Homes, Mississippi's premier land and home real estate resource. With land, you can create the lifestyle that you desire, whether it's a home, farm, or recreational getaway. Land means space for memories and a legacy for you and your loved ones. Tom Smith Land and Homes has homes as well as acreage, hunting, and timber properties available throughout Mississippi and the Southeast. Visit TomSmithLandandHomes.com and invest in land and your future today.
Are you a wine enthusiast? Are you looking for the perfect bottle to elevate your next dinner? The ultimate destination for wine lovers is 042 Wine and Spirits on West Government Street in Brandon. The locally owned, the locally operated 042 Wine offers something for everyone, from local favorites to rare vintage wines. 042 Wine and Spirits can help you find your next favorite wine. The friendly and knowledgeable folks at 042 Wine and Spirits will help you find the perfect bottle for every occasion. 042 Wine and Spirits, located on West Government Street in Brandon. Looking for the perfect spot to unwind with friends and family? El Patrio Mexican Restaurant is calling your name. With locations in Flowood and Cross Gates, Brandon, El Patrio is the cozy, family-owned gym where great food meets great times. Enjoy El Patrio's signature margaritas and happy hour specials that keep their customers coming back for more. Indulge in their authentic Mexican dishes prepared with love and served in a warm, family-friendly atmosphere. Come to El Patrio and taste the traditions. El Patrio, where family, flavor, and fun come together.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here's your host, Chip Matthews.
It is the most important part of your day. It's the Chip Matthews program here on WYAB with, of course, our hostess with the mostest. What's your name? Oh, Don McKenzie. I can't remember one wife to the next.
It's Monday. He's struggling, y'all.
Yeah, I am struggling today. And I mean, I just feel like I don't know if I'm dehydrated or what. Or maybe it was because we didn't go walking. It's a holiday, but Canton is picking up garbage today. Has it already started? Well, let me tell you this, Jolene. When you see those trucks from Canton, ask them to go by and get my garbage from last week when they didn't pick up my bucket.
Did you have it on the right spot?
It's
Did you
on
have
the
it
right
turned
side,
the correct way?
aimed in the right direction, the whole 9 yards. And of course, they missed it. Trump currently speaking to Israel Parliament and getting rounds of applause. You know, it's amazing out of all that stuff over there that in the past, whenever they showed the Middle East, and it takes you back to it's fake news. Everybody was always burning an American flag.
Yep.
Everybody was stomping on it. And hate Trump. And overnight, boom.
You flip that switch.
There you go. So I wonder. So, you know, being a patriotic person that I am, and an American, I am American Indian, not Italian. A lot of people don't know that, but I am American Indian. I am a Cherokee, half Cherokee. And that's what makes me great. No.
You got jokes this morning.
Yeah, but that's what makes me know the whole story of Columbus. And so when all these people were tearing down statues of history that had actually occurred and saying, we don't need to do Columbus Day, we need to do Indigenous Day or whatever. I was still on the board with Columbus. And then Fred Cerami came out last night. Lori Walden Morse, good morning. And so I told Fred, I know the story of Columbus. In high school, in kindergarten, we dressed up on Columbus Day, right?
Yep.
We took was it a paper sack, brown paper sack, cut arms in it and made some kind of Indian looking vest. We'd take the excess of that and make three little feathers to put on top of your head and the Indians. And then you had to do Columbus. I don't know what we did for Columbus. I don't know how they dressed up for them, but that's what we did. We also used those same outfits again at Thanksgiving. Okay.
Gotcha.
But anyway, I remember that. But the story goes 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, right? Well, there's some truth to that. That did happen. But how did it happen? Why did he's an Italian and he talked to a girl in Spain, the queen of Spain, Queen Isabella,
Mm-hmm.
to give him give me 3 boats where I can go over here and check this place out that doesn't exist. He was supposed to be going to the Far East to India.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So follow this.
I'm following.
Okay. So he talks this girl into giving him some boats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the glucose meter says that's a lie detector. Never mind. So in 1451, Columbus was born.
1451.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you write this down.
Uh-huh.
Queen Isabella was born in 1451. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now, she had a husband later on who was born in 1462. I mean, 1469. 1469.
Okay.
You got that? So he was 18 years younger.
Mm-hmm.
So the way this all went down was this. Christopher Columbus was an Italian. He used to hang out in Spain a lot, and he caught the eye of this lady, Queen Isabella.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so they had some torrid romance off and on, but she couldn't marry him because he was an Italian
Mm-hmm.
and she was Spanish, and
Mhm.
plus he wasn't royalty, this, that, and the other.
Right.
He was just a sailor. She had her a sailor boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Had him on the side. So when she decided she needed to get married, she needed to marry somebody, which was King Ferdinand, who was 18 years younger than her. And King Ferdinand was into cougars.
Mm-hmm.
And so Queen Isabella was a cougar.
Was a cougar. Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
But then she decided she was going to hook up with this guy and marry him. So she had to get rid of Columbus.
Uh-huh.
So she gave him 3 boats.
To get the hell out of Dodge.
No. Said, would you go get me a pack of cigarettes?
Okay.
A pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
So he sailed the ocean to go find her a pack of cigarettes because the Queen Isabella was the kind of girl that you do whatever you wanted to get back in there to where you would be back on top of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And this kid is bumping him off. So he says, look, I'll just go do what she wants me to do. So then he sailed the ocean going to India. He thought he was going to India. And he found out, his buddy Magellan told him, the world is round. It's not flat. Okay. And so he's going, and he's coming around. And he goes, huh, what's this over here? I found India. No, he found Indians.
Yeah.
And he found them in America.
Okay.
And they gave him some tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went back to Queen Isabella with some tobacco. And she sent him off again to get some gold and
Mm-hmm.
and other things from the Bahamas and places like that. Also, they brought back some American Indians as slaves.
My. Did not
And that's
know.
what we found out. But basically,
Yeah.
Columbus discovered America while he was out getting Queen Isabella a pack of smokes. And that was that.
That was a long trip, wasn't it, for some smokes?
Well, you never, you know.
So how long did it take him to get from point A to point B?
Well, it was in 1492. Oh, I got that here. He left Spain in August the 3rd on the Ninta, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. Later, the Pinta became known as the Pinto, just to let you know. That's because that's
So what year was that?
that was 1492.
1492. Okay.
And then he made it here October 12th, 1492, and he first made land in the Bahamas, which he named San Salvador.
Hmm.
And then later on in life, after he was upset about all this, he had some ancestors that came back to claim America, and they were with the Colombo family
Okay.
and went to the 5 boroughs in New York and
Mhm.
started their little mob up there. That's the truth.
Their little mob is a big mob.
That's the truth. That's the way it went
Yeah.
down. That's the way it went down. So
Well, that's a little good bit of history
Yeah.
today. Thank you, Chipper.
today,
Yeah.
when you run into somebody from the Colombo family,
Mm-hmm.
say, hey, I like to thank your great uncle or cousin or whatever y'all call yourself in the family
Yeah.
for finding America. We didn't know we were lost. That's what we Indians say. Anyway, We'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show on WYAB with Dawn McKenzie. We'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show on WYAB.
1039 WYAB.
If you want the best health care, where do you go? The Mayo Clinic. If you want the best care for your vehicle, where do you go? Mayo Auto Clinic in Raymond. Mayo Auto Clinic does foreign and domestic vehicles and diesel repair. Mayo Auto Clinic has ASE certified techs with over 25 years of experience. You can extend the life of your car or truck when you take it to Mayo Auto Clinic. For cost-effective repairs and maintenance, go to the best, Mayo Auto Clinic. Open weekdays at 7 a.m. Highway 18 in Raymond.
Hi, folks. Kim Wade here. Mississippi Energy Services provides generators. That's right. You may not need it now, but when you need backup power, you need a backup power generator from Mississippi Energy Services. Never again have to worry about being without heat, air conditioning, or all your frozen items spoiling because your energy was lost. You got backup power now, and it's so reliable. You'll be pleased with Mississippi Energy Services. Online at msenergy.us.
CBS News special report. The remaining 20 living hostages released from Gaza today to cheers in Tel Aviv's Hostages Square. President Trump, who orchestrated the peace plan, is taking a victory lap in the Israeli Knesset right now.
We gather on a day of profound joy, of soaring hope, of renewed faith, and above all, a day to give our deepest thanks to the Almighty God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
A disruptor ran through. He was tackled by security. Prime Minister Netanyahu.
Donald Trump is the greatest friend that the state of Israel has ever had in the White House.
Hundreds of Palestinian prisoners were released from an Israeli jail today and driven to the West Bank. An Israeli group says 4 bodies of the dead hostages will be returned Monday. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
It can be hard to move past the guilt, times of weakness and regret, knowing you weren't there for your family when they needed you the most. But there is life after addiction. We're seeing broken families restored, one man at a time. Through our vehicle, cash, and thrift store donations. It's given Mercy House Adult and Teen Challenge the ability to help these men succeed in having better lives. Donate a vehicle, running or not, and we'll come pick it up. Call today, 601-572-7296, or visit us at vehicledonationsms.com.
Looking for adventure, amazing food, and a little relaxation all in one place? You'll find it at Cypress Point Resort in Brandon. Load up the family and experience a real drive-through safari, petting zoo, and thrilling guided Jeep tours. Then slow it down with mouth-watering steaks at the steakhouse, or grab drinks and live music at the tavern. Planning a wedding or reunion? Cypress Point Resort has beautiful venues and cozy lodging. Ready for your big day or just a weekend escape? It's everything you love about the outdoors with a touch of luxury. Cypress Point Resort. Wild fun right around the corner.
Nick Bain served Mississippi for over a decade in the State House. During that time, he fought for our children by protecting them against explicit materials pushed by the woke agenda. He protected taxpayers by streamlining government and helped create policies that have made Mississippi better. Nick and his team at Bain Bowen will use the same tenacity in helping you with all your legal matters. Call them today at 601-953-2994. Find Nick online at bainbowen.com. That's BAIN Bowen.com.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
It is the most important part of your day. It's the Chip Matthews Show on WYAB. Remember, coming up at 7:07 this morning, Clay is coming in here ablazing. He was keeping up with the fallen people all over the country. Where is that hum coming from? Oh, well, it's a rumble. The train
came by.
And then, of course, we have the landing strip out back where Clay comes in.
Mm-hmm.
He flies in.
He comes in hot.
He comes in hot, flying in. But anyway, so you're sitting here in a situation today where everybody wants to hear about Israel, but you've got to address the Mississippi problems.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I saw where Tate said something about the FBI was getting involved with helping us out, that they had been in touch with Patel. Now, they're just in Memphis.
Mhm.
They're in Memphis. And the National Guard's right there in Memphis. We got one here, too.
Yeah.
We're going to have to step up what we do. And it's the way it is. I mean, you don't have enough police to cover a city and a football game with, I mean, the stadium holds 62,500.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if the game was sold out, but I can promise you there was over 150,000 people there, because some people don't pay for the ticket. They just sit outside and grill all day.
Right.
You
That's
hear
at 18. Everything's really loud up in here today.
No kidding. We're very
Mhm.
sensitive. What the heck? But anyway, so we're just going to have to change the way we do things. Because, I mean, Ole Miss had homecoming and nobody shot anybody.
Mhm.
Although that game was so close that there were people ready to shoot somebody.
And you thought it was just going to be a walk-away ball game.
No, I didn't. I said it was a trap game.
It was a what?
Trap game.
A trap game?
Trap game.
What is a trap game?
A trap game is one that's put on your schedule where you're looking ahead to playing somebody like Georgia,
Uh-huh.
and you're playing a team you're supposed to beat by 30, and then the next thing you know, you get your butt whooped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I felt confident during the game that we would win.
Mhm.
We would always get enough points to win. But I will tell you this. If you take away the mistakes, the penalties, and all of that, they would have won by 30.
Mhm.
But between that game and then the game before, who did we play the week before, 2 weeks ago? Oh, LSU.
Mhm.
We had 17 penalties in the LSU game.
17?
17. So no telling what we had the other day. And we were at the 1 and the 2 several times fixing to go in to score
Uh-huh.
and didn't get in.
They playing like high schoolers.
Exactly. He said Division 1. He said, when y'all need to come on up to real college football and quit playing Division 2 or Division 3. He said that about his quarterback.
Did he
And that's
really?
when it tightened up. But he
Hmm.
said that at halftime. I got a kick out of that.
That's funny.
But that's that.
Whatever works.
So what else you got over there?
Just this weekend we've got some events coming up. The Stupalooza golf tournament.
Stupalooza. That's
Mhm.
in Canton at the Canton Country Club.
Mhm. And then Webster Animal has their animal costume thing. This Thomas Cawthorn will be in Wednesday.
Excuse me. Hold on just a second.
What?
We're going to have a dress up for dogs and cats.
Absolutely.
Well, let me ask you
It's a
this.
fundraiser for Webster. Why do I need this blank?
You said last week you needed a yellow one.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, dogs and cats dressing up for Halloween.
Yes.
Have you
It's a
checked to see if they?
fundraiser.
But I know you can.
Yeah.
Just because you dress somebody up and run them around,
Don't mean they're a
drag
clown.
scene, drag queen story hour sometimes is a fundraiser.
Yeah.
You just can't do that. So,
Well, it seems like we're doing that this
are they making
Saturday.
sure? Are we not?
I don't know what
Are
he's
any of-
coming in Wednesday, so I think it's Saturday.
Who's coming in Wednesday?
This Thomas Cawthorn, he does the Webster Animal.
He's with that Webster.
Mhm.
Okay, we're all
Yeah.
for that. And they
Well,
co-
actually, he's a realtor with American Home Real Estate, but he does fundraising and helps Webster Animal. So
everybody's selling houses.
everybody.
And everybody got a
Everybody.
job. Webster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So if your dog, so yeah, when you go to dress your dogs, if it's a male dog, he gets a male outfit. If it's a female dog, he gets a female outfit.
What about if it's it?
Yeah, that's right. What if you've spayed and neutered your pet? Well,
Responsibly taking care of your pet.
it does not matter if you spayed or neuter your pet.
Yeah.
Even as an adult, if they cut your stuff off,
Mm-hmm.
you're still a guy.
He's still a guy. Huh?
Yeah. So that's that.
I don't know what I'm gonna dress Charlie up as.
Is Charlie transgender dog?
No,
Okay.
Charlie's a it, yeah.
Yeah, he's a
but he's
it.
not a transgender dog. But I don't know. He's 85-pound Callahoola cur, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna dress him up
Dress him up
as.
as you can dress him up as me.
That would be an insult to his integrity.
But it'd be scary.
Now that it would be scary.
We got to bring scary back to Halloween. Also had somebody, Jeff came out to the radio, to the thing last night. Jeff Thomas, he brought me a 98 Rock shirt.
I saw that on Facebook.
And people are going, wow, that's classic.
Y'all
Yes,
been
it is.
friends for a long time, huh?
I don't recall being, he probably just bought those shirts at this thing. I didn't really know him back then, I don't think.
Yeah.
But because people came in and bought shirts. He had 3 of them. And I'm like, oh. So he'd have the black, the red, the white.
Mm-hmm.
Collect all 3 back in the day is what I used to say. But we said, when 98 Rock was a great rock station.
Yeah.
And then, of course, in a strange mishap of the evening, Fred and I are sitting there, and Kenny Wyndham walked in, which I hadn't seen Kenny in a while. But Kenny Wyndham was a old radio guy who was running Clear Channel when he retired, but he was at Miss 103 JDX when I started in radio.
Oh goodness!
And he was a salesman, and we used to work hard against each other.
Yeah.
But that was that.
The good old days.
The good old days.
They were some good old
when
days.
Radio was radio.
Yep.
But I get a kick out of all that. I get a kick out of the people that walk in and all the nostalgia that goes on when they come in.
Mhm.
I mean, I just go blown away.
Yeah.
Blown away. Then a guy comes in last night, and it'd been at Celtic Fest.
Mm-hmm.
That was over at the park across the street at the reservoir.
Mm-hmm.
Walks in, he's like, he's waiting on his pizza. He looks at the bar. He says, "Those are all very, very, very expensive whiskeys back there." I go, "Yes." He goes, "It's pizza joint, right? Your beer." No, I said, "We're beer, but we're a lot more. We've got every high-end bourbon there is
Yeah.
back there behind that bar." And he was like, "Bop, bop, bop, bop." Then he says, "What are those?" I said, "Those are high-end tequilas."
Hmm.
He goes, "What does that cost a shot?" I go, $150. But he got him a $60 bourbon
Yeah.
shot. And I was like, "Thank you very much."
Mhm. Like them sales, don't
I
you?
like them sales. I like being recognized as a place that has
High-end bourbon.
high-end bourbon or
Mhm.
high, you know, there's drunk,
Yeah.
which is well drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And there's time to party and be like that. But there's a time just to sip a good whiskey or a good tequila.
Mhm.
I don't drink gin, but we have it. But there's a time for that. Just,
Yeah.
and having the top quality stuff. Had somebody coming in drinking the 100-year-old Knob Creek last night, and that they'd never been in before. And I was just like, wow.
Mhm.
Wow, what's going on tonight that everybody walking in and then looking at the whiskey? And I guess it's coming in the back door. You get a different look at the bar, and so you notice them more.
Or maybe so.
Maybe.
Maybe you should just keep your back door open.
No, my back door is not going to stay open.
That front entrance is pretty sad looking.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We're gonna make it look like a haunted house this weekend.
I know. And you're gonna put your picture all over the front, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
With your dog dressed as me.
Yeah. Okay, we can do that.
What else going on?
Let's see, the Garden Club is a month away today.
Right.
It's their event upstairs downtown.
Right.
And let's talk about the old Sulam's Loft. What do you know about the old Sulam's Loft?
The old Sulam's Loft, that would be Mitch Tyner's building,
Mhm.
correct? On the square.
Okay.
And it was the original locate of Sulam's Feed and Seed. And he used to have these things in the window at Sulam's that said the mouth organ, which you put in your mouth, go boing, boing, boing,
Oh,
boing,
yeah.
boing.
Mhm.
He had those. They had all kinds of things. There was while Rudy Warnock had that building, there was a giant alligator in the window,
I remember.
the world record
Yeah.
alligator.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, Sulam, I used to go in there as a kid and see what they had.
Says a tornado struck that building in 1976.
Yes, it struck the holes that side of the square. That building they were able to save, but there were other buildings at the tops were taken off all the way down toward Wardell's.
Mm-hmm. So in 1875, there's been a Sulam's. Okay, so there's been a Sulam's on the square since 1875. They
Right.
just moved from one side to the
Well,
other.
the business, the Sulam's gift store was different. Sulam's Feed and Seed was kind of an old grocery store.
Mm.
And then Sulam's, that's on the other side of the square, that is Aaron Noble's business, was in that Sulam's building. And then she moved to the other side of the square.
Okay.
And
it said that back in the day it was called Sulam Sells It because John did sell almost everything from china, porcelain, cut glass, imported linens, imported china dolls, novelty items, greeting cards, sporting goods, guns and shells, violins and guitars, strings, harmonicas, needles, thread, yarns,
and
ribbons, laces, and fancy trimmings, seasons, and coffees.
There you go. And I have the sign, the original sign that was on there as a kid when I used to run through and jump up and hit it.
You've got that sign?
It says Sulam's Sells All on it. And it says painted by Mary Jane Dowell. And then and also I have the sign for Benson's jewelry store that used to be right down the road from it. But
says that John operated the big Sulam store until his death in 1938.
Right.
And his wife and children continued to operate the store until the tornado struck in 1976.
Right.
It was severely damaged and the living quarters were completely destroyed. So they lived above their business. Okay. After damages were repaired, John's niece, Janet Dowdle, released the store from the family and established a very successful gift shop. So is that what Sulam's is today?
Yes,
and
Sulam's.
then,
correct. And it's in a building that has the casket on it.
Mhm.
Dun, dun, dun.
and she operated her Sulam business until 1985, and then she sold it to Aaron Noble, who's
Right.
still operating the business on the east side of the square today.
Correct.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Canton has a lot of history, but we got to get back. And I had a dream about this the other day that I woke up and you could go to a store in Canton and men's clothing haberdashery, and they would measure you for your suit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to tell you, I don't like to think that I grew up privileged, but I can tell you this. You never bought a suit off the rack when I was growing up.
Yeah.
You went in, you'd pull the suit out, and they'd show you this, and they'd say, measure your inseam and measure you and check your jacket and everything. They say, we'll get this altered and get it back to you, Mr. Matthews, as soon as you're ready. And you're going at 12. Thank you.
Yeah.
But that's the way
how it went.
That's how it was. It's been the good old
Yeah.
days. And the good old days are coming back. They're coming back.
Yeah.
And that's not just for Canton. That's for everybody because everything goes around. So you just remember that. It's going to happen. Just like one day the phone will be back in the kitchen on the wall, attached to the wall, because all the AI computers went down.
Yeah.
And they'll blame Mississippi
Yes.
because they said they didn't have enough power.
It's happening.
They didn't have enough power. We'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show on WYAB.
It's happening.
They didn't have enough power. We'll be back with more right here on the show.
1039 WYAB.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris at Fannin Mart on the Riz is quickly becoming Rankin County's go-to spot for pizza, burgers, pasta, appetizers, daiquiris, and more. Try their famous Wheel of Flavor pizza. You can add up to 3 different specialty pizzas onto one pie, such as the Margarita, Sergeant Pepperoni, Acme Beet Buster, Pig, 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 Pesto Chicken, the Old Mexico, the Supreme, or hey, just build your own custom pizza. Acme also has a full bar with 9 different frozen daiquiris to choose from. Open daily at 4 p.m. Acme Pizza and Daiquiris.
Yazoo Valley Electric Power Association wants you to stay away from downed power lines. Downed power lines carry the risk of deadly electric shock, even if the broken wire is not sparking. If a wire is crossing a road or driveway, avoid the area and keep others away. If you see a downed power line, back away and call your utility company or 911. When you call, be prepared to provide the specific address or location of the downed power line so a repair crew can get there as quickly as possible. This safety message brought to you by Yazoo Valley Electric Power Association.
Attention homeowners and business owners. Complete Exteriors is now Elite Roofing and Gutters. Are your roof and gutters storm ready? The folks at Elite are your local experts in storm protection. Now is the time for an inspection and for proactive solutions that ensure your roof and gutters can withstand any storm. Get up to a possible $250 rebate on a new roofing system for all active military, veterans, and retirees. Online at EliteRoofer.com.
Malone is a company in motion, striving daily to improve the way the roofing industry operates and is perceived. A leader in commercial and residential roofing, metal walls, and maintenance. Malone means the highest quality materials delivered with expertise workmanship from acclaim or construction. At Malone, you found your roofing and metal walls partner. Malone has proven for generations there is nothing we can't accomplish. Protecting people and what matters to you. More info at ecmalone.com.
Friday night lights, family, and a hot Johnny's Pizza House pizza on the table. Now that's our kind of hustle. Make it a sweep the kitchen and bring everyone together. Johnny's Pizza House. Let's share a slice. Here in the South, we keep our football loud and our pizza loaded. Grab a Johnny's Pizza House, sweep the kitchen, and cheer on your hometown team. Johnny's Pizza House. Let's share a slice.
Here's John and Corey Ravenstein.
She is extraordinary, rare, and one of a kind. Shouldn't her diamond be as well?
At Juniker Jewelry Company, we only offer natural diamonds, genuine creations of nature, formed over 1 billion years ago, not lab-grown imitations.
They're rare, authentic, and one of a kind, just like her.
We are Mississippi's largest direct diamond importer of natural diamonds, every size, shape, and price range.
All at the guaranteed best price in the state.
And flexible financing options for qualified buyers to make it easy.
So giving her a gorgeous natural diamond that will become a true family heirloom from Juniker's, it's more affordable than you think.
Doesn't a one-of-a-kind love deserve a one-of-a-kind natural diamond?
Because she's not synthetic.
She's not a copy.
She's worth the real thing.
Real love, real diamonds, naturally at Juniker's. Juniker Jewelry Company, Mississippi's direct diamond importer. 1485 Highland Colony Parkway, just south of 463 in Madison, and junikerjewelry.com.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
It is the Chip Matthews Show here on WYAB. Clay will be coming in hot at 7:07, and he has got all the information on all the shootings from this past week and the rot culture that continues to pervade all across Mississippi. I saw where Benny Thompson.
Has he said anything?
He hadn't said much.
Yeah.
He hadn't said enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I did see where Tate came out, but the reality is, in some of these cities where it happened, leadership has not come out. I hadn't heard John Horn say anything about what went on in Jackson and the fires and this, that, and the other. And I may have missed it because, like I said, you know, with all the stuff going on in the national news, that may not all be getting out there.
Yeah.
But and Alcorn State, did the Alcorn State president or any of them come out and say anything?
The only thing I heard was that they locked down the campus, but the Leland police chief,
Yeah, he did come out.
he did come out and say and talk. And, you know, the most important thing that I took away from his conversation was we need a revival in this country.
Yes.
You know, we need to get back to God.
Yes.
And we need to get back to God fast and to heal our people.
We're getting there. And like, for instance, the not the mayor of Canton,
Mhm.
not any board of aldermen, not the police chief, but a policeman from Canton got online saying it's homecoming week in Canton this week, this coming up weekend
Mhm.
for Canton High School. And he was saying how they're going to lock it down and they're going to check every person, everybody for a gun and everything. I mean, he gave this long speech getting ahead of a problem. But the question is he allowed to give that speech? I mean,
somebody has to step up and do the job.
It's great that, that's what I'm saying. It's great that someone is stepping up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's concerning that his superiors are not stepping up.
Right.
And, it wasn't on an official page. It was just on his personal page. And he
Mhm.
said his thing. And I think that is good that you realize there's a problem and that the rot culture that's going on will spread and will be there in Canton possibly this weekend. Because you look, Canton, they're killing people left and right in Canton too.
Mhm.
You got a guy that got beat to death with rebarb the other day. So
Not even using guns.
not even using guns.
But I still feel like that if law enforcement would start with the small stuff.
I think if you
If you start with speeders and people parking wrongly, going across the different flow of traffic and
jaywalking and everything.
Yeah,
and I mean, I know that's all crazy talk, y'all, but you got to remember, if you get all the little things and start harassing people with the little thing, they call it harassing. It's called enforcing the law.
all right.
If they enforce the law for all the little things,
Yeah.
public drunk, this, that, and the other, then the other stuff, they'll go,
Will fall
you
in
can't
line."
mess around in Canton.
That's all they need is that word. You go 3 miles over the speed limit in Canton, you getting a ticket. That's what they need. That's what needs
That's
to be
exactly
said.
what needs. And I know it's a lot of trouble and it's a lot of things that have to get in and out of the police car and do that. But
Mhm.
I
And
don't
parking and taking up 2 parking places or halfway parking over the white line and
You get
know, it's
$500.
awful.
You get $500 for every handicap parking
Mhm.
job that a 14-year-old pulls up in with his music blaring, going blah 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 blah, and all the cuss words. You can't do that.
Nope.
So you gonna be here tomorrow?
I'll be here in the morning.
And in the morning we have
Brent
Bailey,
the
Brent Bailey,
former public service commissioner.
Yeah, it'd be great having him in.
I hope all the people at Lake Caroline tune in and can.
And to call and to ask questions,
Mhm.
and then we'll make it. We'll put him in the hot seat.
No,
No,
no, we put nobody in the hot seat. We have fun.
say goodbye.
Bye.
This is Chip Matthews Show. Goodbye. See y'all tomorrow morning.